Life in zero gravity, inside the International Space Station. The International Space Station, ISS, is an incredibly complex and impressive feat of modern engineering. It is a joint project between 5 different space agencies and represents the pinnacle of human achievement in space exploration. One of the most fascinating aspects of the ISS is the fact that life in zero gravity is so different from our everyday experiences on Earth. From eating and sleeping to personal hygiene and exercise, every aspect of life must be adapted to function in a zero-gravity environment. In this blog post, we will take a deep dive into the daily life of astronauts aboard the ISS, exploring their routines, the technologies that make life in space possible, and the challenges they face living and working in a zero-gravity environment. 1. Introduction to life in zero gravity. Life in zero gravity is an extraordinary experience that only a handful of individuals have had the opportunity to encounter. Inside the International Space Station, ISS, astronauts from different countries live and work in an environment where the laws of gravity seem to fade away. It is a place where the boundaries of what we perceive as normal are stretched, and where everyday tasks become fascinating challenges. In zero gravity, or microgravity, everything changes. Without the constant force of gravity pulling objects down, everything floats freely in the air. Astronauts must adapt to this weightless environment, learning to navigate and perform daily tasks in a completely different way. Simple actions like eating, sleeping, and even going to the bathroom require a new approach. Food and drinks must be contained in special packages to prevent them from floating away, and astronauts often use fasteners to secure themselves while enjoying a meal. Sleeping is a unique experience as well, with astronauts floating inside sleeping bags or attaching themselves to the walls to avoid drifting away during rest. Maintaining personal hygiene is no easy feat in zero gravity. Instead of showers, astronauts use specially designed waterless cleansing products and towels to keep clean. They also have to be careful with their hair, as without gravity, it tends to stand on end. Working in the ISS is a constant dance of floating and maneuvering. Tasks that would be straightforward on Earth, such as writing or using tools, require a different approach. Pens are equipped with Velcro to keep them anchored, and tools have to be carefully secured to prevent them from floating away. Despite the challenges, life in zero gravity also offers incredible perks. Astronauts can effortlessly glide from one module to another, using the walls and handrails as their guide. Everyday objects take on a whole new dimension as they float around, creating a mesmerizing and surreal atmosphere. Living in such an environment requires astronauts to be agile, adaptable, and innovative. They must constantly learn and refine their skills to make the most of the unique conditions. Life in zero gravity is not just a job. It is a way of life that pushes the boundaries of human existence and opens up new possibilities for exploration and understanding. 2. Overview of the Internet. astronauts on the ISS. Life inside the International Space Station, ISS, is a remarkable blend of science, exploration, and meticulous daily routines. Astronauts aboard the ISS follow a carefully planned schedule that allows for efficient operations and the maintenance of their physical and mental well-being in the unique environment of zero gravity. From the moment they wake up, astronauts have a structured routine to ensure their days are productive and balanced. Each crew member follows a strict timeline, which includes personal hygiene, exercise, scientific experiments, maintenance tasks, and communication with mission control and loved ones back on Earth. To start their day, astronauts have a designated time for personal care activities like brushing their teeth, washing their face, and grooming. These seemingly simple tasks require careful consideration in zero gravity, as water droplets and loose objects can float freely, necessitating the use of specially designed equipment and techniques. Following personal care, astronauts engage in a vital aspect of their daily routine: exercise. In the absence of gravity, muscle and bone loss are significant concerns for astronauts. To counteract this, they spend approximately 2 hours each day exercising using specially designed equipment such as treadmills, resistance devices, and bicycles. This exercise routine helps maintain their physical strength and bone density to ensure they can perform their duties effectively during their stay on the ISS and upon their return to Earth. Once their physical fitness needs are met, astronauts dive into their busy work schedule. The ISS is a hub of scientific research, and crew members are responsible for conducting experiments in various fields, including biology, physics, chemistry, and human physiology. These experiments contribute to our understanding of space, Earth, and the effects of microgravity on the human body. Astronauts meticulously follow instructions, collect data, and perform experiments according to established protocols while documenting their observations. Aside from scientific research, astronauts also have daily maintenance tasks to ensure the smooth operation of the ISS. These tasks may include checking and repairing equipment, monitoring systems, and conducting routine inspections. As the ISS is a complex technological marvel, attention to detail and regular maintenance are crucial to its longevity and the safety of its occupants. Communication plays a vital role in an astronaut's daily routine. They have regular contact with mission control centers around the world, allowing them to receive instructions, updates, and guidance. Astronauts also have scheduled time for video conferences with family and friends, providing a much-needed connection to their loved ones back on Earth. As the day comes to an end, astronauts wind down and prepare for sleep. In the absence of gravity, they do not require traditional beds or pillows. Instead, they secure themselves to the walls or sleep in specially designed sleeping bags to prevent drifting during their rest. Adequate sleep is crucial for astronauts to maintain their physical and mental well-being in the demanding environment of space. The daily routine and schedule of astronauts aboard the ISS exemplify the dedication, precision, and adaptability required to live and work in zero gravity. Their structured routines ensure productivity, physical health, and mental well-being while contributing to scientific knowledge and the exploration of space. Life on the ISS showcases the extraordinary capabilities of humans to overcome challenges and thrive in the most extraordinary of environments. 4. Challenges and adaptations in a zero-gravity environment. Living and working in a zero-gravity environment presents a unique set of challenges that astronauts must overcome during their time aboard the International Space Station, ISS. The absence of gravity affects every aspect of daily life, requiring astronauts to adapt both physically and mentally to navigate this extraordinary environment. One of the most immediate challenges is adjusting to the sensation of weightlessness. Without the force of gravity, everything floats freely, including the astronauts themselves. Simple tasks that we take for granted on Earth, such as walking or sitting, become completely different in zero gravity. Astronauts must learn new ways to move and stabilize themselves, relying on handrails and foot restraints strategically placed throughout the station. Another significant challenge is the impact of zero gravity on the human body. Prolonged exposure to weightlessness can lead to muscle and bone loss, changes in cardiovascular function, and even alterations in vision. To counteract these effects, astronauts must follow a strict exercise regimen that includes cardiovascular workouts, resistance training, and stretching exercises. These routines help maintain muscle strength and bone density, ensuring their bodies can withstand the demands of space travel. Simple tasks like eating and sleeping also require adaptations in a zero-gravity environment. Without gravity to guide food downward, astronauts must consume their meals in a more controlled manner to prevent floating crumbs and liquids from contaminating the station's equipment. Special food packaging and utensils are designed to minimize mess and facilitate eating in this unique environment. Sleeping arrangements are also quite different, with astronauts securing themselves to a sleeping bag or attaching themselves to the walls to prevent drifting during sleep. Additionally, the absence of gravity affects the way fluids behave. Water, for example, forms into floating blobs that must be carefully contained to prevent them from floating away. Astronauts must adapt their drinking habits by using specially designed straws or containers that trap the liquid and allow them to drink normally. Despite these challenges, astronauts have proven to be remarkably adaptable. They undergo extensive training and simulations to prepare for life in zero gravity, and their ability to overcome these unique obstacles showcases the incredible resilience and ingenuity of those who venture into space. Living and working in zero gravity is not without its challenges, but it is also an opportunity for exploration and discovery. By understanding and adapting to the demands of this environment, astronauts continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge and expand our understanding of what is possible in the vast expanse of space. 5. Eating and drinking in space, the unique experience of mealtime. Mealtime in space is a truly unique experience for astronauts living aboard the International Space Station, ISS. In the absence of gravity, traditional methods of eating and drinking must be completely reimagined. To start, astronauts cannot rely on plates or bowls to hold their food. Instead, their meals come in the form of specially packaged, dehydrated or freeze-dried food items. These items are carefully prepared on Earth and then sent to the ISS, where they are rehydrated with water before consumption. The food is often vacuum sealed to prevent spoilage and preserve its quality during the journey to space. Once their meals are ready, astronauts make their way to the dining area, which includes a table equipped with straps to keep them from floating away. Without gravity, food would simply float around, making it difficult to eat. Astronauts must secure themselves to the table using these straps to ensure they can enjoy their meals without floating away. Another challenge that astronauts face during mealtime is the lack of gravity's effect on their taste buds. In space, the lack of gravity affects the way fluids distribute in the body, causing congestion and changes in the sense of taste. As a result, astronauts often report that their sense of taste is diminished in space, leading space agencies to design meals with stronger flavors to compensate for this. Drinking in space is also a unique experience. Astronauts cannot simply pour liquid into a cup due to the absence of gravity. Instead, they use specially designed containers equipped with straws or valves to control the flow of fluids. These containers prevent the liquid from floating away and allow astronauts to enjoy their beverages without spilling them all over the space station. Despite the challenges and adjustments required, mealtime in space offers a fascinating glimpse into the daily lives of astronauts. It showcases their adaptability and the innovative solutions that space agencies have developed to ensure astronauts receive proper nutrition while living and working in zero-gravity conditions. 6. Sleeping in space, the challenges of rest and relaxation. Sleeping in space presents a unique set of challenges for astronauts aboard the International Space Station, ISS. In the absence of gravity, the concept of lying down or getting comfortable becomes quite different from what we experience on Earth. One of the major challenges is the lack of a natural day-night cycle. As the ISS orbits the Earth, it passes through multiple time zones, resulting in 16 sunrises and sunsets every day. This constant change in lighting conditions can disrupt the astronaut's circadian rhythm, making it difficult to establish a regular sleep pattern. To counteract this, astronauts are provided with individual sleep stations equipped with straps and Velcro restraints to keep them in place during sleep. These sleep stations are small, coffin-like compartments that allow astronauts to secure themselves in a sleeping bag to avoid floating around. Another challenge is the absence of a mattress or a traditional bed. Instead, astronauts sleep in a sleeping bag that is attached to the wall or the floor of their sleep station. This helps them stay in place and prevents them from drifting around in microgravity. Additionally, the lack of gravity means that astronauts do not experience the sensation of lying down or feeling the weight of their bodies on a surface. This can lead to a feeling of free floating, which may take some time for astronauts to adapt to and feel comfortable with. Despite these challenges, NASA has implemented various strategies to improve the quality of sleep for astronauts. These include providing adjustable lighting, noise-canceling headphones, and the use of special sleep aids such as eye masks and earplugs. NASA also encourages astronauts to maintain a consistent sleep schedule and engage in relaxation techniques like reading or listening to music before bedtime. Sleep is crucial for the overall well-being and performance of astronauts in space. NASA continues to study and improve the sleep environment on the ISS to ensure that astronauts can rest and rejuvenate effectively during their time in zero gravity, allowing them to perform their duties optimally while living and working in space. 7. Personal hygiene and grooming in zero gravity. Living in zero gravity presents unique challenges when it comes to personal hygiene and grooming. Without the force of gravity, everyday tasks such as showering, brushing teeth, and even cutting hair become quite different experiences. In the International Space Station, ISS, astronauts have to adapt to these conditions and find innovative ways to maintain cleanliness and personal care. One of the first things to consider is the absence of running water. Instead of taking traditional showers, astronauts use specially formulated no-rinse shampoos and body wipes to keep themselves clean. Brushing teeth in zero gravity requires a different approach as well. Astronauts use toothpaste that does not require rinsing and swallow the foam instead. They also have to be careful with the floating droplets of water that result from brushing, making sure to capture them with a towel or suction device to prevent them from floating around the station. Astronauts also have to manage their hair in zero gravity. Without gravity to pull their hair down, it tends to float freely around their heads. To prevent it from obstructing their vision or becoming a tangled mess, they use waterless shampoo and carefully trim their hair using clippers designed for this purpose. Maintaining personal hygiene in zero gravity goes beyond just showering and grooming. Astronauts also have to manage bodily functions differently. The lack of gravity affects the flow of bodily fluids, so they use specialized toilets that use suction to collect waste. They also have to be mindful of their clothes, which need to be changed regularly to prevent bacteria and odors from accumulating. Living in zero gravity presents a unique set of challenges for personal hygiene and grooming, but astronauts on the ISS have adapted and developed innovative solutions to address these challenges. Their resourcefulness and creativity ensure that they can maintain cleanliness and personal care even in the absence of gravity, allowing them to focus on their important work in space exploration. 8. Staying fit and healthy in space. Exercise routines on the ISS. Staying fit and healthy while living in zero gravity is a crucial aspect of life aboard the International Space Station, ISS. In the absence of gravity, astronauts experience numerous physiological changes, such as muscle and bone loss, decreased cardiovascular function, and even changes to their vision. To counteract these effects, astronauts on the ISS follow a carefully designed exercise routine. The exercise equipment on the ISS is specially designed to mimic the effects of gravity and provide resistance training. One of the key pieces of equipment is the Advanced Resistive Exercise Device, ARED, which allows astronauts to perform exercises similar to weightlifting. By using vacuum cylinders and a flywheel system, ARED creates resistance that helps astronauts maintain muscle strength and bone density. In addition to ARED, astronauts also use a treadmill and a stationary bike to engage in cardiovascular workouts. These machines are equipped with harnesses and straps to keep the astronauts securely in place while they exercise. The treadmill is particularly interesting as it uses a harness system and elastic straps to simulate gravity, allowing astronauts to run or walk just like they would on Earth. To ensure that astronauts stay motivated and adhere to their exercise routines, NASA provides personalized workout plans tailored to each crew member's needs. These plans include a combination of aerobic and resistance training exercises, ensuring a comprehensive workout regimen. Exercise sessions on the ISS typically last for about 2 hours each day. The workouts are carefully scheduled to coincide with the astronauts' work and sleep patterns, ensuring that they have enough time for recovery and their daily tasks. Staying fit and healthy in space is crucial not only for the astronauts' well-being but also for the success of their missions. Regular exercise helps mitigate the negative effects of microgravity, allowing astronauts to return to Earth in good physical condition. It also helps them maintain their muscle strength and cardiovascular health, which are vital for performing physically demanding tasks during spacewalks and other mission activities. In conclusion, the exercise routines on the ISS play a vital role in ensuring the well-being and fitness of astronauts during their time in space. By utilizing specially designed equipment and personalized workout plans, astronauts can counteract the effects of zero gravity and maintain their physical health while living and working in the extraordinary environment of the International Space Station. 9. Mental well-being and psychological challenges of long-duration space missions. Long-duration space missions, such as those conducted aboard the International Space Station, ISS, present unique challenges to the mental well-being of astronauts. Living for months or even years in a microgravity environment, cut off from the familiar surroundings of Earth, can take a toll on the psyche. One of the most significant psychological challenges faced by astronauts is the sense of isolation. Being confined to a small living space with a limited number of people can lead to feelings of loneliness and a longing for human connection. The absence of familiar sights, sounds, and interactions can be jarring, and astronauts must find ways to cope with this solitude. Another aspect that affects mental well-being is the lack of a day-night cycle. On the ISS, astronauts experience 16 sunrises and sunsets every day, which can disrupt their circadian rhythm and lead to sleep disturbances. This can result in fatigue, mood swings, and difficulties in concentration and decision-making. To address these challenges, NASA and other space agencies emphasize the importance of psychological support for astronauts. Regular communication with loved ones back on Earth, through video calls and emails, helps maintain a connection with their home planet. Moreover, astronauts participate in virtual reality training programs, which allow them to visualize familiar environments and engage in simulated activities to combat feelings of disconnection. In addition, astronauts receive extensive training in stress management and coping strategies to help them navigate the unique challenges of living in a microgravity environment. Techniques such as mindfulness meditation and exercise are encouraged to promote mental well-being and reduce stress. Furthermore, maintaining a routine and structure in their daily activities is crucial for astronauts. Strict schedules for work, exercise, leisure time, and sleep help provide a sense of stability and normalcy in an otherwise extraordinary environment. While the mental well-being of astronauts during long-duration space missions is a significant concern, space agencies continue to research and develop new strategies to support their psychological health. By understanding and addressing these challenges, we can ensure that astronauts can thrive mentally and emotionally while exploring the wonders of life in zero gravity. 10. The impact of zero gravity on the human body. The human body is intricately designed to function under the constant force of gravity. However, when humans venture into the realm of zero gravity, the effects on the body are profound and fascinating. One of the most immediate changes experienced by astronauts living aboard the International Space Station, ISS, is the redistribution of bodily fluids. Without gravity to pull fluids downwards, they tend to accumulate in the upper body, causing the face to appear puffy and the legs to become thinner. This phenomenon is known as puffy face, bird legs syndrome. Furthermore, the lack of gravitational force causes fluids to shift towards the head, often resulting in congestion and a feeling of stuffiness. The absence of gravity also affects the cardiovascular system. In a weightless environment, the heart does not have to work as hard to pump blood since it no longer needs to fight against gravity to circulate blood to the lower extremities. As a result, astronauts experience a decrease in overall blood volume and a decrease in the size and strength of their heart muscles. This adaptation can lead to a decrease in cardiovascular fitness and endurance, as well as an increased risk of orthostatic intolerance upon return to Earth. Additionally, bones and muscles undergo significant changes in zero gravity. Without the constant pull of gravity, bones lose density and become more fragile, leading to a condition known as space osteoporosis. Astronauts are at a higher risk of fractures and bone density loss during their time in space. Similarly, muscles experience atrophy and lose mass due to the reduced need for them to counteract gravity. Despite rigorous exercise routines, astronauts still experience muscle loss, particularly in the lower body. The absence of gravity also affects the sensory systems of the body. The vestibular system, responsible for maintaining balance and spatial orientation, becomes less reliable in zero gravity. This can cause astronauts to experience dizziness, disorientation, and difficulties with coordination upon their return to Earth. While these physiological changes may seem daunting, astronauts undergo rigorous training and participate in various countermeasures to mitigate the effects of zero gravity on their bodies. This includes regular exercise to maintain muscle strength, bone health, and cardiovascular fitness, as well as using specialized equipment such as resistive exercise devices and lower body negative pressure devices. Studying the impact of zero gravity on the human body is crucial not only for the well-being of astronauts but also for our understanding of human physiology in extreme environments. By unraveling the mysteries of how our bodies adapt to life in zero gravity, we can pave the way for future space exploration and potentially find applications to improve healthcare on Earth. We hope you enjoyed this fascinating glimpse into life in zero gravity aboard the International Space Station. Living and working in space is a unique experience that only a select few have had the privilege to enjoy. From floating freely to eating, sleeping, and conducting scientific experiments, astronauts must adapt to this extraordinary environment. We hope this article has given you a deeper understanding and appreciation for the challenges and wonders of life in zero gravity. Until the next adventure, keep looking up to the stars and dreaming of the limitless possibilities that await us in space. Thanks for watching.